everybody, and welcome back to SimFly News. This is Roberto Capodieci, SimFly spokesperson, and I'm here to bring you the latest news on SimFly on a weekly basis. So what about this week? This week we have a small announcement to do. We are planning to release by Thursday 11 of July. You know that anything can happen, but our intention is to release it that day or maybe even earlier, the full flight analysis. So this includes also the scores and the log penalty. What it is, you know, when you finish a flight or if you look at one of the past flight, you have a page that has general information and a lot of things. What we have now is for each aspect of the flight a set of points that if you do it perfect you get maximum, and if you don't you get less. So you can see for each aspect, you can also click in the info to get all the information, but you can see that for each item there is a maximum amount of points you can do, and so you can see your totals for what you did, how much you do out of 100. And the log penalty is pretty cool. Every time you do something wrong, is going to be recorded in this log. You can click in each of the fault of the wrong things that you've done during your flight, and based on the route of your flight is going to bring you to the correct point, and you see what happened there with the full description. This is something that I think is pretty cool and now everywhere available. But you will be able to enjoy this in SimFly. Okay, we move to the question that we received from you. So the most voted with 21 votes. I hope in the next week to see many more votes on these questions so that we can have a participation on the full community. We are 12,000 users registered. 12,000 users registered to SimFly. I cannot see only 21 votes on a question, even less in the others, but let's start with this. Thanks to Explain Español, which has scored the first, second, and third in the most voted question for this week. Explain Español asks, it would be very interesting to know how the PAX issue is raised. If it will be a token only on the platform, if it will be a token listed on an exchange, and how the PAX generation burning system will work to maintain the rate of 1 PAX $1. Thank you. Okay, this is a question I can answer very well, consider I design all the token economy and I know. So, first of all, let's clarify and debunk a myth. PAX is not a stable coin, nothing to do with stable coins. What we do to give a guarantee of a value of $1 for 1 PAX is that at checkout in our marketplace, when you pay, you can choose to pay with PAX, and the amount of PAX you need to use to pay for something is equivalent of the amount of dollar this thing costs. So very easily, if something is $100 and you have 100 PAX, you can use your PAX, but nobody stops you from selling them at 50 cents each if you want to do so. Let's say you pile up a lot of PAX and you want to sell it to somebody that want to purchase an asset for a discounted price. Say you want to cash in, so you can sell your PAX to another user for, let's say, 100 PAX for $80. This person buy your 100 PAX for $80, go to get his favorite airport or whatever it is that costs $100 or 100 PAX, and use the PAX that he bought from you, so he's paying the airport $80 in fact. So there is a free market in selling and purchasing PAX, but SimFly gives it a value at the checkout moment of $1 each. So this to clarify that is not a stable coin, nothing to do with the functionality of stable coin for those that are expert of decentralized finance or cryptocurrencies. Il PAX is going to be something that people can sell and buy at the price they prefer, so it's a free market, but SimFly honor $1 per PAX as value when people purchase assets in or does other things in SimFly. Practically in this way, if somebody is selling PAXs for $2 each, I don't see the reason to buy them for $2 each unless it's very hard and impossible to find PAXs, and sometimes PAX is the only way you can pay for certain things like upgrading a license. You cannot pay dollar to upgrade a license. You need to use PAX to upgrade a license. So if there was impossibility to find PAX and somebody's trying to pile them all in order to do an upgrade of an airport to the last level, which is going to be more expensive, well, in that case, somebody can sell PAX tokens for more than $1. But for everything else and regular use, people should find the packs on sale for slightly less than $1, because selling them for a full dollar doesn't make sense. People at the point can pay directly SimFly for the purchases of the asset. So people that pile some packs, doesn't want to build a career, doesn't want to have a long-term, career in SimFly, but want to cash out their packs, are free to sell them. The marketplace we're building allow internally to sell, or in the future we can allow user to move the packs out of SimFly in a blockchain system like Ethereum, and there people can access any decentralized exchange and sell them directly, or exchanging with other people. Whatever they want to do, we have no control out of it. When they have them in their wallet, they can then import them back inside SimFly to make their purchases. So they have two stages on the management of packs, and also as NFT all the other assets. Dear Explain Espanol, I hope that for you and for all the other 21 people that voted your question, this answer clarify things. Okay, so with 16 votes, we're right to the second question, also asked by Explain Espanol. Is there an estimate of how much XP, which are experience points, will be needed to upload? I think Explain Espanol means to upgrade, to us up of level an asset. Thank you. So the answer is this: depends on what. So are you upgrading of level an airport, an airplane, a license? Also depends from what level to what level, because level 1 to level 2 has a price, level 2, level 3 has another price, and so on and so forth. So price, I mean amount of experience point needed, in that term, price of experience point collected. So you will be able, when you look at your asset, to see a progressive bar that shows how many experience points this asset has piled up. So what happened? Let's say you have a license that is being activated, and you have experience point is license. As you use the license to make flights, the license collect experience point. You can see there is a green bar that shows the advancement of how many experience point this license is doing. It is the same things for airplane, how much they fly, and for airport, how many landing and takeoff they have. So more number they collects, more experience point they collects, more the bar. When the bar is at the end, then you can upgrade the asset to the second level. What happens when you upgrade? When you upgrade, the asset produce more packs than before. Okay, so if based on landing and takeoff, an airport was producing a certain amount of packs, when it grows of level, you can have more traffic, so more total amount of landing and takeoff in a certain period, and that are paying you. Also the timers in your flight for license increase of amount, and all these allow you to pile up more experience point and more packs, then to upgrade one more level, and so on and so forth. So every mission in real time you can see the upgrading of level, because mission can fail, so we don't give the packs and the experience point until the mission is closed and successful. Once it's successful, you see how everything advances. So this is the answer. We don't have precise numbers because there will be too many based on many different conditions. And let's move to the third question. Again asked by Explain Espanol, and thank you for posing what I guess the best question. Everybody voted for you, means you asked the most intelligent question, so thumbs up for Explain Espanol. 11 votes. He asked, I have seen at Fly Sim Expo that they, and I mean with they you mean SimFly or somebody else, they are going to accommodate virtual airlines and predefined flights to share. Can you explain what the plan is for virtual airline and what the issue of personalized flights to share will be like? Thank you. So this is our answer. First of all, Express Español and all the people voting for this question, thank you for the interest. We appreciate and this helps us also to know what to do first between all the other things. The SimFly is gonna keep growing forever, okay? There are so many things that can be done, but obviously better do the things one per time, you know. So we need to prioritize, and question like this help us allow to understand what people want more, okay? But to say that this is something that we'll do in the future, okay? So it's not in the imminent future, it's in the more far future. I can give you some generic information about it. It would be possible in SimFly to create virtual airlines. You can hire pilot, or pilot can send their CV and ask it to be taken inside. So there is all this work aspect. And you can also manage airport and airplane as a virtual airline, okay? And this is something that we are long time planning about, but it requires a lot of things to be completed on the basic management of pilots, airplanes and airport. When all these things are ready, then we can put them together to be managed as virtual airline. So we cannot come out with virtual airline until all the previous things are completed. So that's the reason why we're talking about more in the future and not now. Also, we're gonna keep the possibility to fly together into virtual airline that are not inside SimFly. So we are also planning to do integrations so that from SimFly you can co-participate of virtual airline that are not in SimFly. And this will allow you to keep piling up experience point and PAX even if you are part of a virtual airline that is not in SimFly. So there are many things to come with time. Depends again what the community want, how big the community is, how big is the support that we receive. Based on these things, we can deliver for you what you vote. And last question for the day is asked by Lele VR65 with 6 votes, and so one other person that arrived here beside Explain Espanol. And Lele VR65, as his username says, VR, it asks this question. I only fly in VR, and unfortunately the control of the pilot present, this is the anti-cheat system, so is the flight sentinel, does not appear visually nor does receive acoustic signal inside the VR helmet. It means this sometimes causes flight to be cancelled right at the end. True. We are sorry. The explanation is the following, and we're working on it, and we understand how important this thing is. It's complex because this is part of the client part, not the website. You know, changes in the website are easier. How the client is integrated with the simulator is not the same. So the integration to post content inside the simulator so that you can see them in the simulator like many plugins do, and the connection to read the data that we use for SimFly are different, and you know, it's not so immediate and so instant to implement these things and keep everything aligned. But this is an appeal. If any of you is a developer and any of you has the experience to implement plugin to integrate things inside the flight simulator, please contact us. We may want to hear from you, okay? We are rushing to solve this problem, and it's not only for VR, okay? We don't use, but is another option. We can put like a sound to give a warning. This is something that we can implement easier from the website. But in the overall, is something we're working on. Is something that is not very easy for us to manage. But there you go. This is something that we are considering, and you got your answer, and hopefully all the other people flying with VR, they have this problem, have an answer. So thank you again for watching, thank you for listening and looking at all the Ask Me Anything questions and for the news. I'm gonna see you next week. Thank you again, and I'm signing off. SimFly, take off and get more.